Hello, fellow Avatar and Korra fans. I'm Avatar Not 4 here with another update video. Yesterday, the Legend of Korra iBook, Legend of Korra Enhanced Experience, was released. As of right now, it's an iPad exclusive. Yet, all of the major pages from the book have been leaked, of course, on Tumblr, Twitter, and Google. If you just type in Legend of Korra Enhanced Experience, you get all the pages pretty much. And all the videos on it are on YouTube. So pretty much you can have the whole thing even if you don't have an iPad. Let's get started with what we found out. Most of all, it was just like deep insight of book 1. Each episode had a page, and there were like storyboards, concept art, character designs for that episode. Just kind of like what the art book will give us. Except the storyboards were in video form, that's it. And there were several pages also of book 2 stuff. Most of which we got the day before. That's pretty much all the character descriptions for new characters. We got one for Desna and Nesca. Varric, Unalaq, and Tonraq. Tonraq is Korra's father, and Unalaq is Korra's uncle. Desna and Nesca are the two twin cousins of Korra, and Varric, I can't really remember what he is. He's like a successful businessman, and he wants to work with Asami to get Future Industries back on top since her father kind of is in jail now. So he joins kind of their group, I guess you could say. The main piece of news we got for book 2, we got the title card for episode 1 of book 2, and episode 1 is going to be called Rebel Spirit. And I guess in this episode, there's going to be a rebel spirit that will rebel. That's what everyone's saying. Well, there's going to be a spirit that rebels. We think that's going to be the Dark Spirit, which also got its own page. It's voiced by Grey Lau, the voice of Azula. It was the main one that we saw at Comic-Con last year in the videos and everything. Also, someone caught this. I didn't at first, but on one of the pages of the book, the book 2 like main page that said book 2, like flip to the next page or something like that, it had the Dark Spirit in a creepy pose, and in the corner had the sketch of what looked like Gekon's face, and when he was being blood bent in episode 11 of the first season. And that's the only face sketch in there, so why would they just throw Gekon's face on a book 2 page? And then everyone's now speculating that could he somehow have been or somehow turned into the Dark Spirit, since they're just on the same page and they wouldn't just show something from book 1 in the book 2 section. So I think that's a reason. I think that's probably true. Somehow he became the Dark Spirit or something. I don't know. Or if he's connected somehow to him. Or he could just be still alive, just ruling the spirit world or something like that. And also, just to clarify, if you haven't seen my last video, I read the character descriptions of Tonraq and Unalaq, the Korra's father and Korra's uncle. Tonraq's Korra's father once again, Unalaq's Korra's uncle. And it pretty much stated that, well, it did state in Tonraq's description, something like, I don't have the exact words, but when fate intervenes, Tonraq will have to lead his men against Unalaq in battle or something like that. So pretty much that kind of sums up that Unalaq, most likely, 99.9% sure, is going to be the main villain. Also, that makes sense. since he's a very spiritual, connected person, it said, and he wants to rule the North and South other than his brother. He wants to pretty much rule all the water tribes. So the fact that he's a very spiritual person, like in the original series, Uncle Iroh was considered to be a very spiritual person, and everyone said, "Oh, I've heard rumors of your journey into the spirit world." Somehow, could he have went into the spirit world, kind of controlled them, became like the spirit's king or something, and ordered them to attack the mortal world? Because that's pretty much what the plot is, to take over the water tribes and put him on the throne and make him the ruler of all the water tribes. I think that's what's going to happen. But somehow could Yukon be working with Unalaq if he is the spirit? That's pretty much it. What I think, Unalaq is the main villain and he'll be defeated. That's pretty much what I think. And Yukon is the dark spirit. That's just my speculations. Comment. I'm curious if you think he'll be the main villain, or if that was would mean something else. And if you think Yukon is the dark spirit and why, just comment that. I'm curious what you have to say. And now that I've talked about that, this is kind of just random. Other than that, this is just a theory that's been going around for a few weeks that I've heard. I just haven't gotten to a video yet. There are rumors that people really think that somehow secret airbenders, like a large group of airbenders that hid away from Sozin's Comet, is still alive. That rumor started when at last year's Comic-Con, Brian showed a concept picture of from Book 2 of Korra, and if you didn't know, they're going to travel to the Southern Air Temple, Team Avatar, maybe even Tenzin, and they said, here's a trap door, and like only an airbender can open it and that stuff. They use it in emergency situations. Then everyone's thinking, oh, then some of them must have went in there so they couldn't find them until like Sozin's Comet was over, and they would think they would have like defeated all of them, but it turns out several of them are living down there in like a underground society or something. Also comment about that. I'm curious how many people actually think that airbenders are still alive and have been in the original series, just no one knows it yet. Also, another hint. Also, if you didn't know, it's been released that Book 2 will feature a subset of airbending. Another sub-element. Like, it's the only one that we haven't been introduced to yet. Like, fire is lightning, water is blood, earth is metal, but air, we don't have it yet. There's been a lot of rumors, like sonic or sound or something like that, or just, I don't really know what it could be. And people think that, as far as we know, we don't think that Tenzin knows it, and Aang didn't know it back when he was alive and training Tenzin. So then, if it's going to be introduced, some other airbender who's been practicing this secretly would have to come out. That's the other thing. They'll find the society there in the trapdoor or something, and then they'll like rebuild the air temples or something like that. That's what everyone's thinking. Again, comment about Yukon becoming the dark spirit, Unalaq being considered the main villain of this season, and if you really think secret airbenders live in the Avatar world secretly under the trapdoor. Thanks for watching.